This video will demonstrate how to create a new staff user account in the ReShare Users app. Just a note before we begin, the ReShare Users app is currently used only for managing accounts for staff users of the system. In the future, we plan to store patron account information in this app as well, but that functionality is still under development. To create a user account, within your ReShare system, click on the Users app and then click Actions and New. This will bring up a blank Create User form. You really only need to fill in the required fields for a user, so I will go ahead and demonstrate that process. So we need to put in a last name, a first name. We can select a patron group. Right now, we only have a few patron groups available, and that functionality will be enhanced when we add in real patron users to the app. So since you're mostly going to be creating staff accounts, you could just go ahead and select staff. The status can be active, and you can put in an expiration date if you like. Under extended information, most of this information is not needed for ReShare purposes. The only thing you will need to do is choose a username for your user. Request preferences are not used by ReShare. This is a functionality that comes from the Folio platform, and so you can just leave this defaulting to hold shelf, but just know that it doesn't do anything in the ReShare system, and a default service point is not needed either. You will need to put in the email address for your user, and the preferred contact will always be email. Text message is not supported yet either in ReShare. Once you've finished populating that information, you can click Save and Close. You'll need to do a couple more things before your user is ready to use the system. If you click on the Edit button, you will see that there's now an option to send a reset password email. If you click on this link, you'll see a confirmation that the email was sent to your user's email address, and you can also copy and paste a link that you can send to them manually if for some reason they're unable to receive the email. Once they receive that, they'll be able to log into the system and set their password to whatever they want it to be. The other thing you'll need to do is give your user permissions. Once you've created the user account, the user permissions accordion will appear at the bottom of the screen. And if you open that up, you'll have an Add Permissions button. There are a lot of permissions in ReShare that are not really needed by the ReShare system. These are related to the Folio platform that we're building on, and we're working on figuring out how to remove those from ReShare. The easiest way to set permissions right now is to search for ReShare, and right now we have two ReShare user permissions groups. We have an admin group, which is able to do things like create user accounts and update the settings for the tool. And we also have a ReShare user account that is more focused on just being able to process requests and not really administer the system. And so I can select this and save and close. And then I'll just need to save and close my user record again. And I can see that my user now has the ReShare user permission set. And once she resets her password, she should be able to log in and begin using the system.